Forge Cellars. It was appropriate that this was my first winery I visited and my first ever trip to the Finger Lakes. You see, this is the first wine I ever had from this up-and-coming world-class wine region many years ago. Forge is owned by Louis Barol and Rick Rainey, and I became familiar with this team years ago when their wine made the famed Wine Spectator Top 100, a feat that they have repeated in recent years. Louis Barol is well known in the wine world as the owner and winemaker at Seneca in the Rhone Valley of France. The fact that he picked the Finger Lakes for his winery in the U.S. is a pretty telling statistic. The highlight of our visit, besides the fantastic wines, was that our host was Leanna Goddard. Leanna trained at Seneca under Louis, making wines in France and at Forge, before dedicating her efforts full-time at Forge starting in 2022. She is impressive to say the least, and I could have stayed all day as she explained all the unique differences of making wines between France and the Finger Lakes.
You really feel everything. When we taste, we taste barrels.
It is safe to say that during my 3-day trip to the area that the wines at Forge were consistently the very best that we tasted. I was very familiar with their white wines, but I was also very impressed with their reds. If you ever visit this wine region, Forge is definitely a must-see winery. So I'm here at Forge Cellars with the winemaker Leanna Goddard, and these were just fantastic. It's absolutely blown me away. So thanks for hosting me.
Thank you so much for coming, Jamie.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.